So, the Mini Cooper S. This is the model year 2022 and it gets a tweaked exterior which does make quite a lot of difference. The car used to look very feminine before, now it looks pretty masculine. Now, the thing is, there is a bit of a tweak in the mechanical setup as well, especially in the dampers and the suspension setup. The calibration has been stiffened up a little bit to create an extra grippy experience while you're taking corners, and it just makes the entire experience way too much entertaining, to be honest. Now, I've always loved the Mini Cooper since it was launched in India. 5 years ago, I was pursuing to buy one, but because of some unforeseen circumstances, I just couldn't opt for it. But 5 years later, the essence and the passion for this Mini Cooper stays strong. And I've been driving this car since quite a long time. It's raining outside. The roads are quite slippery as well. It's a perfect setup to drive this car hard. And yeah, a lot of you would be wondering, it's not a four-wheel drive. It doesn't have a rear-wheel drive. How can a front-wheel drive hatchback be fun? Well, you'll be mistaken. The exhaust note is pretty crispy as well. And if you switch it to green mode, which does help save a lot of fuel, you actually get a half 6-cylinder engine note, which is quite sonorous, like it's Otis Redding, which has been engulfed in the exhaust system. I love how BMW has made sure that the Mini Cooper does not sound boring even when you're trying to save the planet. Oh. There is way too much character to how this particular unit of an engine behaves with the Mini Cooper. It is a front-wheel drive setup, but the way the chassis has been balanced, the way it is so crisp in the way it behaves on twisties, it's just mesmerizing. It's unreal sometimes, like a front-wheel drive car can be this beautiful to drive. Absolute event. So let's talk about the specifications of this Mini. This is what the basic recipe for a Mini Cooper should be. It has a twin-scroll turbocharged petrol engine which produces 192 horsepower. The same unit does duty on the 330i, the 330Li, which is the long wheelbase specified for India and China, the 530i, which I absolutely loved, and the 630i, which I recently took to Rajasthan for a road trip. Now you click on the right hand corner of this screen to check out my full review on the 630i that I drove to Rajasthan and understand why the 2-liter engine is such a great package in that car. Coming back to the Mini, this engine does a brilliant job in this 1300 kilo chassis. Now the way it delivers that power and the way it creates the sense of high performance, it's an absolute bang for your buck. Although the engine has been very tightly packed and you barely have any place to even put your hands inside any of the crevices, it still is an incredible piece of engineering. Now, because of this great power to weight ratio, you get great fuel economy as well. So this car is very practical for your day-to-day driving and for your long highway trips as well. And for that, I'll get behind the wheel and take it out on the highway and tell you more about it. Out on the highway, this 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine with this 1300 kilo body weight gives an excellent power to weight ratio. That also means the engine is working less to produce more power, and hence it becomes a very effortless experience. Now, this power to weight ratio also helps in creating a better fuel economy figure. Now, we've been on a highway for quite some time, and we did somewhere around 100-110 kilometers at a stretch, and we were getting a fuel economy figure of 25 kilometers to the liter. Mind you, this fuel economy figure can only be achieved with fuel grades of 95 octane and above, because turbocharged petrol engines require high octane petrol to function optimally, and in this one it just does an extremely good job. Now, a few months ago we used the same engine in the 330Li and extracted 28.3 kilometers to the liter. I'm thinking of being a little brave and taking it above 30 kmpl this time around. It's such a beautiful thing to drive. Like, you can write a poem when you reach back home from your tiring work at office about how wonderful this car made you feel. Of course, you'll do that when you're not stuck in traffic. But if you're living in a place in India where the roads are brilliant, you have some twisties to go up to your house, and you're living the life of a king, this would be an absolutely entertaining tool for you to have in your garage. Out in the city, especially when you're driving in green mode, when there is no exhaust bubble, there is not much of a noise and drama coming off from the engine bay, you do hear quite a lot of road noise. The tires, especially on this one where we are running on 17-inch alloy wheels with low profile tires, the road noise sometimes is quite prominent, and as you go higher up the pace it becomes even louder, but a noise which is not very annoying, so it's balanced out quite well. What helps you cut off this noise is this wonderful Harman Kardon stereo system. It has one of the best qualities that is available in the market today, and because the area inside this cabin is quite small, it does help create a great audio experience. So it's brilliant. So the final verdict, I really love this car. It is everything that you want in a small car. It's powerful, it's quirky, it's comfortable, and most of all, it is very fuel efficient indeed. So if you're looking to buy one, just close your eyes and click on that buy now button on Mini India's website and get yourself a joy of a lifetime.